Good morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's only about 7:15 in the morning. On the Sunday, I think it's the 26th of April, or 2026. So, if you guys already slept through what happened yesterday, Hilton over in Washington, D.C., President of the United States was once again a target. And thankfully, because of law enforcement and military, or actually law enforcement and Secret Service, he's safe. It was the Washington, D.C.'s correspondence dinner that they actually had out there. But all the correspondents in the news doing their job and showing what's happening. It was like over 100 people in different areas watching and enjoying themselves and having fun. And then all of a sudden, these guys are ducking for cover because they're being told by Secret Service and by people that there was a shooter just by hearing duck or take cover. And when they also heard a pop, they weren't quite sure what the hell was going on. So they're still reacting, and they're still talking about it for hours on end. A lot of them are trying to get some sleep at this point over here, or maybe catch a quick shower so they can get back on the stage again and continue to talk about it. And there's others who've actually had some sleep, are coming back online and still talking about it because it was, again, during the campaign trail, an old gas bag had somebody shoot at him because there was when he was a candidate for the second run. And because there was a candidate for a second run, they didn't have that much security for the guy out in public. It should have been. It was a former president. It should have been enough Secret Service for this guy. But it wasn't. Even local law enforcement couldn't protect this guy. But one guy, well, someone had pointed a camera and shown a man lying prone on a rooftop of a building with a rifle pointed at the president. There should have been shots fired at that point. But nobody thought of it at the time. So that's why we kept thinking it was an all conspiracy, because lack of security, too damn easy, what the fuck was going on, kind of question. This situation, we actually had a lot of security. But here's the thing about this one, guys. What I keep learning. So I had to keep taking time on this one just to keep watching it and listening to the reporters on how they were reporting it and what the observations were. Because to me, I'm basing it off of what their stories and observations are, not of what the law enforcement was telling me. Sometimes I don't. The local I'll deal with, but federal, shit. There was all praise for Trump for surviving it. No. Well, we're learning about this asshole, and we don't know why this guy did this, what he did. Maybe he really hates Trump that badly and found a perfect opportunity to kill him. It's the only theory I know of. But in this situation here, he took an Amtrak. Well, it's the only railroad we got running in here for passenger rail service. He took it all the way to Chicago, and he took the Chicago run all the way to D.C. He had weapons with him during that time. It's about a 4 or 5 day trip. 4 or 5 days. And to plan this damn thing out. Couldn't get us through the airlines, but railroads, they don't have it. I'll tell you something. When you're on the railroads, there are no metal detectors. You can bring a bazooka and it never knows. Or maybe something else. But that's the scary damn thing about railroads half the time. I'll accept anybody and everybody on there. Some are for just commuting, and the others are just for long distance commuting. Like 4 or 5 days worth. hide out in a roomette. Or you want to be cheap, just sit in the chairs for about 4 days straight. Let's say you conform to that one. But still. Got into the hotel that the correspondence dinner was going to be. And just camped for about a day or two. He had already been checked in. But there wasn't enough security on this one, I don't think. But there had been plenty of security between him and the president. Just he had to pass a magnetometer. Actually, he ran past the damn thing with his weapon. He was going to be shooting people. He shot one, I think, Secret Service agent in the chest. Thank God for Kevlar. Kevlar protected the guy's ass. And they got the guy down without injury. I mean, there had been rumors saying whether or not if the shooter was dead, injured. Oh, he's alive. He's alive in federal pen. Actually, waiting for arraignment for Monday. So this is going to be This is going to be publicized tomorrow. And they're going to set up camp, waiting to hear the news about this asshole. And they're going to keep talking about it and keep talking about it. Meanwhile, the president went off his nuts again. He wants his big, beautiful ballroom. He's saying it's going to be the most secure thing in the world. It's going to have bulletproof glass. It's going to have columns all around. It's going to be gorgeous. Oh, jeez, for love of Super Mike. Of course, the Republican Party is going to be going ape on this shit. Says, yes. We got to get funding for this damn thing. And the commission, who actually did finally authorize part of it, they're going to say, yes. Now we have something we can do. So in about 10 years, you guys are going to be saying, whoever's going to be alive during that time. I'll probably be dead during that time. If I'll be lucky enough to be alive, I'll just look at the damn thing and spit at it if I still have any water left in my mouth. But, two ugly eyesores. There have been rumors they're going to get an arch. Is it going to actually happen or not? Well, we're going to get a big, ugly ballroom with a security center down below. Hell of a world we're living in right now. And yes, the independents will still stick to their guns. They still think it's too damn easy. Basing off of what happened when we had candidate Trump trying to run, he was at a outdoor event in the open, and they had to have a sniper take a shot at him. They didn't have enough Secret Service protection during that time, or local law enforcement. They could have seen this asshole coming, but they didn't check. And the thing is, I didn't shed a tear then, and I didn't shed a tear now. Yes, the reporters were there, having a dinner, going to be having freedom of speech and everything else. And usually, at the White House Correspondent Association's dinners, they have the President of the United States listening to stories and jokes and everything else about him. And about 1,000 people were there at the Washington, D.C. Hilton. I think that was at D.C. Hilton. That's what they keep saying. Okay. And they all keep talking about their experiences until the cows come home. Because they've all been in combat now. Well, for some of them who actually been out there in the lines and came back, I mean, the shooting is, it's almost rattling enough. But for those who hadn't been, it's scary as hell. When you hear shots fired, and you're in close quarters, that is terrifying. I got empathy and I got sympathy for the reporters. I still don't have it for the gas bag or for his followers. Because right afterwards, about an hour later at the press podium, Trump is giving his spiel again. The worst off is he's listening to his staff giving him praise for being so brave and about the whole damn thing. He's courageous, he's this, he's that. And the independents are almost thrown up because Kash Patel and others are just barfing all their praise to the president. I heard a little bit of it and I was thinking, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not dealing with it. Empathy as a man, maybe, but that's as far as I go for the asshole in the first place. So, it's going to be a hell of a Sunday morning, and they're going to be talking about this whole frickin' day on the nationals. Even the local out here in Torrance, they went through a house that supposedly belonged to him, the shooter. And they had SWAT, they had FBI tearing the place apart. Trying to find evidence, trying to find information, trying to find stuff that they can hang this guy with. And speaking about hanging, the Department of Justice still wants people executed when they commit a federal crime, say, such as murder. I just want it automatically shot, gassed, baked, broiled, barbecued, and whatever. Whatever is not going to be going against the Constitution, they want that person to die. Screw the appeals process. Just die already. There'll be no Supreme Court for this person. Whoever takes a shot, whoever wings, or someone just carries a gun, apparently they're going to be shot. They want 1800 justice. Basically, you committed something, you're either going to hang him or you're going to shoot him. Why waste the bullets? Just hang the person, that's about it. Let's make a televised version of the thing. Yeah, that's right, boys and girls. Let's make a televised thing about it all. Get the newfangled television camera things you call them. And then every time you keep seeing a bad person getting guilty in federal prison, well, just hang them all. That's about it. Put it live. Put it live streaming there, you call them there. Just hang them all. Yeah. Just hang them all. Yeah, satisfied the blind larson of the Department of Justice here. You know, if we actually did that, maybe I should move out of here. I mean, if the United States actually honestly feels like we're going back into the 1800s for justice, for whatever they've got going, yeah, they have fucking minds. I mean, they got to be out of their fucking minds at this point over here. I mean, it was bad enough when I started hearing rumors about the damn shit going on from some of the independents out there, and then I'm starting to see posts. I'm seeing correspondence coming from different news organizations, from different papers, quoting the Department of Justice wants to kill them constitutionally somehow. They can't gas your ass, they can't electrocute your ass because that's cruel and unusual punishment. But hell, we can shoot you. Why don't they bring out the French guillotine? Get it nice, get it quick, just get it bloody. Just, whoosh, there goes the head. This is what it's turning out to be, guys. The country I knew that liked law and order, well, actually, fought for law and order process and due process from the federal down to the state. Throughout the due process, we're just going to shoot the guy just because we think they're guilty. It's like Machiavellian justice, they called it in the French. You're guilty before proven innocent. That's how we're looking at it right now. They want the guillotine coming out. How about we do bows and arrows and shoot the person? Why can't we just club him to death? Caveman. Bash people's heads in. Could have been worse. Gladiator. Prisoners fighting against each other, and the only lone survival, either he gets life or he gets an automatic bullet to the head or his choice of death. But in the gladiator ring, everybody got to fight for their survival, one way or another, with whatever weapon they got. They say, well, it's due process. It was bad enough when the president, I have to call that son of a bitch a president, when old Gasbag, when he saw this UFC fight going on in a cage match, he wanted a cage match. Right there in the Eclipse, outside of his place, and he could watch it. And he can enjoy himself watching people trying to murder each other in a cage. It's like, happy birthday, America, I bring you a cage match for 250 years celebration. Let's see somebody else get killed in there. God. Oh, the things we do to ourselves, guys. The things we do to ourselves. For justice, for someone else's ego. For breaking apart the Constitution of the United States, of every tradition that we have. Everything that made our country the way it is. Or should have been. 250-year bloodstain. We mark the anniversary with a bloodstain. I could go off in the mouth on this one. I mean, seriously. Go off on the mouth on this one. And really make the most disparaging remarks. Make it to the point where even YouTube and Google will not have me online ever because of the remarks and thoughts mentioned to make this the most I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time trying to find the words necessary to describe my country reacting in the most Cro-Magnon way of wanting violence to mar 250 years. Meaning that I live in a country that thrives on punishment, that wants someone's head bashed in, blasted, stabbed, beaten. How about blown apart? Will that be getting me kicked off of YouTube and Google? That we have this absolute bloodlust. We want war. And there's no end in the Iranian conflict regarding the Strait of Hormuz. Didn't this asshole ever thought? That's the problem. He doesn't think. He just doesn't think at this point over here. That war is bad for business. Peace is good for business. But war? choking off people's supply or limiting supplies or even limiting the opponent's supplies or your own supplies for that matter. But it's even worse. It's even worse than that is when you starve your own people. They're supposed to be fighting for you, or is it the Constitution, or for America, or for something? Whatever our soldiers and sailors fighting for right now. Who and for what? And on the ships, that information is being filtered through private channels and being made public, trying to be made public, is the lack of food or limiting of food that they have on the ships, because they're going to be staying in a war zone for a hell of a long while. They're not quite sure if they're going to be getting any resupply or not. And whether or not, if our country has necessary means to keep up a war. The more they keep trying to force money down people's throats at this point over here, just to continue the bloodlust, the piracy, piracy. I was about to say that one, which puts me in the mood for Venezuela. Have we heard anything concerning about Venezuela recently? Maybe past 3 or 4 months, maybe longer than that, since we invaded the place, set up reestablished another puppet regime in there. Did we say or do anything to the drug smuggling coming out? Did we blow up any more boats? Are those ships shifted yet? Have they been shuffled off to the Iranian situation? We have cut off ties with a lot of our allies and trading partners. We're going to be suffering, if we're not suffering already. Supply and demand is going to knock our asses out. The money right now is getting tight. The prices are getting outrageous. And the fuel prices are definitely helping out with the price increases of the fuel, with the food and everything else going on. He wants to make America great again. He wants to make America number one again. Fine idealistic ideas to talk about. But the problem is the implementation of this asshole trying to do this shit. That's the problem with it. Supply and demand. We have been trading partners with a hell of a lot of countries for a lot of our merchandise. But we don't have enough manufacturing for it because we can't get the supplies for it. We need supplies from other places to make our economy run. We've been doing this for decades. Each country in a global economy depends upon each other for their own economies to sustain the world, the current world we know and think about, but it's blasted to hell right now as it is. We want cars, we need materials to get the cars, to get the motors, to get the engines, to get the parts. We need the manufactured stuff. We need materials. We need the raw materials in order to get the processing going. We want the housing. We want the raw materials. We're going to be salvaging, scavenging, tearing apart woodland areas that we made into national parks for the material. We're going to be blasting away at dirt in different areas of our country to get minerals that we can't, normally don't go for. And at this point, we're going to be going to war with limited ammunition. Limited ammunition. Does this asshole ever thought that blasting away at a country for no apparent reason, with a lot of our ammunition, we won't have enough for another major war or another major battle? Did this guy ever think about logistics? Did the other assholes who are Trumplicans think about logistics? I'm talking about Congress, and I'm talking about the guys in the industries. The ones who are doing the backroom deals are going to have to be jacking up prices left and right. Now we're still going to be paying as taxpayers and consumers. Did we ever think that this guy who wanted America first by having all these hateful assholes trying to scare the crap out of people, locking them up for no damn reason, no damn trial, nothing. Either kick some of them out or put them back if they're lucky enough and survived. To let them tell the story. And they think they're going to be terrified? You got to be kidding me. You just pissed off more of the population that you still need to have to continue the reign of terror. Do you not understand this? You dumbass Trump regimers and you Reichs out there. That the more you keep putting the oppression on there, you're not going to be controlling them more and more. You're pissing them off. That they will revolt one way or another. Revolution is the opposite of what you're trying to do, you motherfuckers. I can't deal with you assholes. What is it with you? It gets to the point where it's going to get bottled up, where you're going to be seeing more of the shooters coming out, or anybody else for that matter. And yes, we must have the big, beautiful ballroom bill because I'll be safe. You won't have another fucking term, asshole. And if it still grinds it out, you're not going to get it built in time before you get the hell out of there to enjoy it. You'll just see it from the distance, but you're not going to enjoy it as another president. You kidding me? It won't happen. What's terrifying is some people are trying to make it happen. I'm not kidding. They'll make it happen. Why? How? Oh, let's see. Find a way to get in another amendment, to annul an amendment, to make sure that the president has unlimited terms. It's not a law. We have to make an amendment on this one. I don't know how we can make a law to change an amendment. But they'll fight like hell one day. But don't they realize that their own fucking seats are going to be in jeopardy? And then what are they going to do? What are the assholes going to be doing in Congress? If they can't win over the damn people, they can't bullshit and lie to them enough. They're already seeing what's going on. They already saw somebody who got fed up and took a shot at the president. Yeah, I have to call him the president. President Gasbag. We elected the son of a bitch because we got high up of his damn gas. And then we paid the price in every which way. We did this to ourselves, boys and girls. We never accepted accountability, transparency, or responsibility for the stupidity we unleashed on everybody, including on ourselves. We voted the bastard in. And now we have to deal with it. Yeah, you want me to go far enough? Let's go back to 2016. Or 2015 or 14. I was thinking that time. When he's starting to get the idea that maybe he should be president. And he starts spending his money. His ill-gotten money from everybody else. He had casinos in his name. They're failing like crazy. And the hotels crashing and burning. Big buildings with his names on them. That means for shit these days. They're trying to get rid of them all. He's conned, lied, cheated, stolen. And he's taught it well to his kids. And they're raking it in. They're raking it in. And what do we have right now? It gets to a point where, well, we bomb the shit, nuke the shit out of a damn country. The country won't get to the negotiating table to say, stop it, please. No, no, no. Oh, the country that you just pissed off started off a chain reaction. To the point where the negotiators can't catch a deal. They can't make the art of the deal, can they? Oh, no. Let's argue about Kirshner and the other schmuck, who were supposed to be the top negotiators concerning about certain countries. But during the beginning of the regime, when they started, they got rid of a lot of people who weren't Trump supporters, who didn't kiss ass, who were the experts in foreign relations, and also in intelligence communities. For the ones who didn't support the Trump regime or their thinking, they're red, they're gone, they're history. Now what do we got? Ass kissers who can't get the job done. Oh, Kirshner, he made lots of money. He ought to make lots of money out of Iran now. We ought to get more money out of him. And Iran's giving America the bird. The most creative way, which was Lego. Lego movies. Oh! Good one. Iran. Good one. Zing us on that one. Insult the crap out of us with a musical video. I don't think we're laughing at the damn thing because we should be embarrassed as hell about it. We should be. No, we're not embarrassed. We're laughing. We're enjoying the damn work. I'm laughing at it because I know what the message was. We fucking suck. We suck. We, the United States of America, fucking suck. Our credibility is at the Earth's molten core. I don't know if it's going to get merged in with other rocks or something like that, but our credibility, our standing, who and what we are, our values, are at the Earth's core right now. I mean, it sunk, guys. It didn't dig its way to China, it dug its way to the Earth's core. We suck. How do we get it back? How do we forge it into something new? Are we going to be doing another Fourth Reich? How are we going to get America back? We ain't going to get it back after before 250th year anniversary. There's no way in hell we can. Unless. That being said.